Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Dodger here. Welcome back to the Mindcrack server. It is Wednesday, my adventuring dudes. There's a floating fish. There's a floating something. It's kind of like a spaceship. I don't know what it is, but that means that we are in the mountain biome, which means we can continue to look for emeralds. We need some emerald ores to pay... What did that pig just do? To pay for a cool bow from Packrat. And while we're doing that, we're doing a bit of an AMA, Q&A, RNA, AMA. I already said AMA. I was talking about the motorcycle kind, though. Session. And yeah, that's going to be the ticket for the day. Hopefully this new mountain biome is a little bit more expansive. It doesn't look like it's huge, but it did have quite a few cave openings, so... We're going to dive right in, and it's got nothing. It always takes a little bit of looking to find the entrance to a cave that actually goes down. I wish I had grabbed a new pick, or maybe even refreshed this pick, threw some more diamonds on it, but hopefully it'll be good enough for our adventure here. And we'll begin the descent here. I'm actually recording this on Tuesday, which is the 2-year anniversary of the start of Season 6 of Mindcrack, which is interesting. Hard to believe that this server has been around for 2 years, and it may even be hard to believe because it maybe doesn't look like there's 2 years worth of things done on this server. But it's certainly been one of the more interestingly spaced out seasons of Mindcrack. We basically have Jeff and Good to thank for breathing a bit of life back into this. Let's see if we can smell out a cave down here. We may have to dig down. I'm not smelling any mobs around. I smell a mob this way, but it's just one. Yeah, I don't really smell anything around here, but we'll dig down and see what we can get. I think I want to dig this way. Yeah, we really do have Guano to thank for kind of breathing a little life back into the server. They started their series together, and yeah, kind of returned Mindcrack to what I would say its roots are, which is just a place for people to host their series. No real forced, commentary or anything. No forced storylines. It's just a server that people use for their Let's Plays, and that's exactly what their series has become. It's much more talky and a lot less buildy than it used to be, sure. There has been more... Oh, here we go. There has been more, normal buildy series in the past, and last night during our squad night in PUBG, we were kind of talking about, some of the things that Good's done. That subject briefly came up. I hear this zombie. How does this look? I'm a little bit worried because I don't know what this is going to open up into. It doesn't look like it's opening into a huge expanse, which is nice. Let's keep an eye out. What level are we at? 29. Wow, not bad. But yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for them getting back into that, who knows what may have become of the server. And then also huge thanks for inviting myself, Brian, hey, first emerald, Ragu, Honey, got us on here. That I think has somewhat revived a little bit the server, and I'm a little sad that it hasn't inspired anybody else to join back, but you never know. You never know. It could happen. It could happen. Anything is possible. Wow, look at this. 2 back to back. All right, that's the right pick. Very nice. Very nice. So, yeah, 2 years. That was just there's not earth-shattering, but just interesting. Just interesting. Let's kind of dive back into the questions, though, because I still have lots of fun, interesting questions to get through. We ended with the the washing machine one. I love that question. That's a fun question. The first one today is from Yames. Oh, I missed this one. Up to 3 already today. Nice. Nice. Yames wants to know, and some of these today are going to be automotive themed for sure. I never did find that zombie. Yames wants to know what I think the best... let me read his question actually. Which form of motorsport do you think is the best at the moment? Which is the worst? That's... You know, that's something that's certainly important to me, but I really have a hard time answering. Mostly because I just don't follow that many forms of motorsport these days. It used to be the case that I would follow tens of series, you know, in completion. Oh, buddy, he opened up to a place. Did you know that if you have a torch in your hand, you won't bring your shield up? I learned that now. I have now learned that. So we're not going to start with a 1 on the counter. That's fine, really. Wow, that's annoying though. Like, how could that even be resolved? It should be a different button. Yeah, that's my opinion. It should not be right click to bring the shield up. It should be its own entry. Like I should be able to hit, I don't know, F. Well, I have something bound to F, but you should be able to hit A button to bring up the shield, and then it should be dedicated, so that isn't an issue. There you go. There's your question answered, James. Actually, not at all. Not even a little bit. What is the best form of motorsports at the moment? Yeah, like I said, I don't follow a ton these days, but there are ones that I do follow. Wow, this is very productive over here. I do follow some. And there's some that I followed, you know, for 20 years, majority of my life. That's for sure. And I think currently the one that's on the rise, the one that's doing things very well, and I think they're doing a good job of making the right decisions to maybe keep moving forward into... Ooh, that might be a spawner over here. To expanding their scope, their series, and whatnot. This Creeper. Creeper, you are not like the others here. I don't think there's really any way that they could get me from the backside. This was quite a thing. I hope they're not, like, causing a horde right now. Alright, I'm done with you. Get powered. I don't have a lot of torches on me. This question's getting very interrupted. The one that I think is doing the best things right now is probably the, actually, endurance racing, road racing series. IMSA in particular, I think, is doing really good things. You know, WEC maybe not, but I do think there is a general rise and a general positive energy. No, there's good momentum and good things happening in the road racing world, and that's really great because that's my main motorsport interest. You know, road racing has always been the thing that I gravitated towards, so it's nice to see them doing well. It's a little bit of a shame that maybe I don't have the available time to dedicate to really, you know, being a super fan of IMSA or anything like that. I'm not going to the TV to watch every single race, you know, from start to finish. I simply don't have... Does that say mountains? Gravelly mountains. Okay, that's good enough for me. I think we just 2-arrowed him at the same time. But yeah, that's really good, and it's been fun to watch. I unfortunately was not old enough to really appreciate the last big generation, like the Camel GT era of IMSA and road racing. I desperately wish that I was, because looking back on it, it seems very cool. But, I mean, you can't change how old you are, really. That's pretty much set in stone. So it's nice to see a little bit of a rebirth there with the road racing stuff. So that's the best. The worst? I mean, worst, it's hard to say. But the ones that, let's say something that I was previously interested in but am just currently not interested in, I really don't think the open wheel stuff is moving in a good direction. Well, maybe not moving in a good direction, it's just not in a good place. I don't think they've maybe done the right things with that ever since Kart went away. So, basically the entirety of the IndyCar era has not been particularly great for me. I've not really enjoyed too much of that stuff. And that's not to say that there's nothing to enjoy, and I'm not mocking anyone that does, because I know there are people out there that do enjoy IndyCar and they watch the races and whatnot. Just for me personally, it hasn't been a big positive. I haven't really been gravitated towards it. So yeah, I guess that's my answer for that. I mean, I've been pretty vocal that I'm not... We're definitely still in the mountains. Alright, got him in one shot. If you get them in one shot, they don't spawn more. I've been pretty vocal about my distaste for what NASCAR has done in the last decade or two, but I still follow it pretty regularly. It's not like I've shunned it or moved away from it in any way. I'm still a pretty dedicated NASCAR fan, despite all of the craziness. That covers that. We have an expansion on a question from last time, which was the animals that talk, and this is from. I'm just gonna say this in the best way that I can. Washura. That's probably completely butchered, and I'm sorry. Washura wants to know if Xerxes could talk, would we get along? Basically, how would we get on? I think probably fine, because I see cats as very snarky and sarcastic. Yeah, cynical, even. Now, granted, that's not always the case that snarky and sarcastic people do get along. It can be too much, and make it almost, unfriendly because of the combination of the two. I gotta get out of here. But no, yeah, I think we would get along just fine if you could talk. I'm gonna regret saying this. I feel like we already communicate pretty well to begin with. Oh man, people are gonna think I'm crazy. I'm not a crazy cat lady, okay? I just, no, yeah. I understand pretty much what he's looking for whenever he's being vocal, or just generally his demeanor. I understand, my creeper. I guess it's good that I'm running back through, because perhaps I missed emeralds. Could be. I'm gonna keep looking and see if we can find another branch. What I really was hoping for was a mine shaft in there, because that would have been, and in there I mean here, I think that would have been a much better place to try and find. Oh, this is weird. This is how you die, Cone. This is how you die. You got yourself in a corner. Alright, not bad, not bad. Alright, let's try and run up here. Get some light. Let's run up and around and figure out where these jerks are coming from. Where did you come from? I know where you went. You went dead. Alright. So there's just a big expanse up here, huh? Again, we're too high, though. But hopefully this is like whole nother system. I haven't found where that zombie was. What a weird cave. I am super confused. Where was that zombie then? because I heard another one. I don't know about... Oh, buddy. I don't know about this place, because we're right on the edge. We're almost out of the swamp area. Did he just fall in the lava? He didn't. There's zombies up above me. Kind of a dangerous place in general, all this lava around. I think we're pretty low. We're almost down the lava layer. Alright, I see 2 creepers. I'm going to go ahead and take care of them. Oh, how are you not dead? There you are. Alright. How do I get down into there without... That isn't bad. Let's do something a little safer here. Okay, all this lava I must be wary of. I'm going to leave F3 up so I can see if I'm getting outside of the range. Outside of the mountain range. Oh yeah, this is swamp here, so we're very much so on the edge of the mountains. Let's see what's up over here. Nothing. It looked like it was going to continue that way, but I think it was just a lighting glitch. So this might be a bust. Not even any diamonds down here. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some more diamonds, game. Alright, let's maybe head that way. This is real dangerous times we're in right now. Not a fan. Not a fan of what's going on here. Right, gravelly mountains. Hello. Whoa! Sneaky attack. Blew one up into me, and then... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. That wasn't great. Right. Gravelly mountains, but... Hey! Another emerald! Woohoo! That makes 5 again. Oh, okay. Well, I may actually just, I'm doing a little digging down here if this is just going to end. Because we're running out of cave system already, I do believe. I may go back to the service and look for more. I'm going to do a little digging, see if we can find another one. Alright, well, while we're cave hunting here, how about a question from Mephistopheles? At least I think that's how I say that. That's how I'm saying it anyway. If you could move anywhere in the world besides the US, where would you choose? That has already been chosen for me. If I were going to leave the United States, and given certain factors, I absolutely would. I would definitely move to New Zealand. Because it's the only place in the world that I know people at in a large group that is somewhere that I feel like I would be comfortable and I fit in. It's a country that appreciates and accepts the automotive... Oh, river. We're out of the mountain range anyway. You know, appreciates motorsports cars and car people, and accepts them as people. And overall, it just seems like a country that is sided the way that, you know, I tend to agree with. So yeah, it seems like a good place, a nice place for a cone. And given, you know, any certain circumstances that would allow such things, I would probably be willing to do that. Moving out of the country isn't something like super on top of my list of things to do, though, by any means. I'm not looking to do that, but not only are all those factors true, but New Zealand also seems like it is a very beautiful place, and I, having spent 25 years in Florida, am very hungry to live somewhere that's a beautiful place instead of Florida. That would be very nice. Hello, spider. You hit me, spider. Hello, other spider. You also hit me, spider, because this is a multiplayer server. So that one's an easy one. That was an easy answer. Cinnabon! Also, I'm trying to find my way out of here. Every torch is on the right. How is that possible? I guess this way. Cinnabon wants to know... It's one of those kind of like hypothetical questions of hypotheticalness. If I was given $75,000 to buy any new used car, but it had to be that car for the rest of my life, under the condition... Oh yeah, under the condition it would be mechanically sound forever also. That's a tough one in the fact that it's hard to choose, like, one car rather than, you know, multiple for 75,000. Like, I could have a lot of cars that I would really enjoy for 75 grand. But if it had to be one, I think I would choose not exactly my current car, but as much as I like driving and as much as it makes me happy to drive my current TT, Betty, I think I would be perfectly happy to have a nicer model of that, a TTRS manual. You know, it's a little bit newer. Oh wow, we have not made it very far. A little bit newer, but a TTRS is a little bit faster and a little crazier than my model. It's the last one they made with a real manual. They're way out of my price range for real life in any modern, you know, regards. I can't even expect or imagine or hope to be well off enough to be able to afford something like that in, you know, many years. But for $75,000, yeah, I would probably do that. You might expect me to choose something a little crazier like a Viper or heck, $75,000 I could probably get, you know, a Vector or something crazy like that. Those are cool, and yes, it would be cool. But would I want to live with that every day? Not probably for the rest of my life. That sounds like it would get old. So yeah, I chose something a little bit, oh wait, I don't need that. A little bit more sensible, but still very fun, and something that I already know that I really like, and I can only imagine I would like one of those more. So that's what I would choose. Oh no, I didn't go high enough. Don't you hate it when you don't get high enough? Can I sleep now? Hi, friend. Burn! Hey, if anybody on the server is looking for an alpaca, there they are. Whoa, what is that over there? Hold the phone. We gotta go check that out. We have gotta go check that out. That is super cool looking. This is not a mountain range anymore, I don't think. Wooded mountains. Whoa. That's awesome. I enjoy that thoroughly. Look at it. It's got trees on it. It's like its own biome up there. Oh, this is a very expansive mountain range, by the way. We just need to find another cave opening over here, and we should be good. Heck, I could probably just dig down into here and find something. Yeah, this is thousands of blocks of mountain range. Should be good. I think I might see the beginnings of a cave opening over here. We'll see. Oh, there's arches. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Nice. Alright, be a good cave. No whammies. Sounded like there's activity. Let's do this so we can tell that this is where we came from. Get into here. They're coming. They know I'm here. But I don't know where they are at. Which is fine. For the moment. Octocave. Those are my favorites. This looks like it's gonna open up again into an expansive area. Kind of Andersing it up right now. Just keep moving. Just keep moving forward. Alright. That one kind of ends there. We're not really going down. Yeah, we need to get lower than this. Gotta get down. Funky. Perhaps we'll go down this one. Alright, here's some of the resistance. Frickin' spiders, man! Why are they so cheaty? Always looking behind you. Never know when you're gonna get creeped up on. Alright, that looks like that's gonna be the way down the quickest. Is that surface there, or is that where I lit up already? Oh, it's lava. It's liquid hot magma. Okay. Well, we're still going down this way. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. While we're in a bit of a lull, let's... Ooh, I'm getting low on torch material. I should be a little bit more sparing with my usage here. Or a little smarter with it anyway. Okay. Oh, yes! Yes, that is what I've been looking for. We got ourselves a mine shaft. Alright. That was an incorrect fuse on you. And that's good because there's wood. Good because there's wood. Oh, yes. Alright, now hopefully we're still in the mountains. I have to imagine we are. Witches are bad. I see ya. Wow, you could have healed yourself instead of hitting me. Boy, that's as angering as Oh, I've lost control of my mouse. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. How do I fix? Can I use my mouse on the other computer? Yes. But it's gonna be freaking out. This is bad. This is bad. Can I Alt F4? Nope. Hold on. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Ah, frick. Got it. Okay. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, we were very lucky nothing creeped up on us while that happened. We're not out of the woods yet, though. We're near a baby spider spawner somewhere around here. Yeah, whatever reason, my mouse just completely shuts off all the time. Well, not all the time, but it happens. And I have to unplug it and plug it back in for it to work. And that was not good timing for that to happen, I must say. Not that there's great timing for it to happen. I wish it didn't happen at all. But that was spooky. We don't have a lot of health. Apparently I need to eat more food. That poison. It's a no good. I have to see a single emerald, which is making me worried that we're not in the right biome. Feels like we must be, though. I can't imagine we've gotten that far. Well, these are straight up mountains, actually, so we're in the right place. And we're at 29, so I guess we do need to get low. Whew. My blood is a-pumping now from that. This goes down here, right? Yep. Hey, look at that sneaky little emerald there. You crafty bugger. Right, we got plenty of torch making materials now. This is good. This is good. I do still hear all these spiders and whatnot. Interestingly, I'm not really interested in chests because that doesn't help us. We need ore. We don't really need dungeon loot. We don't really need minecart chest loot. We just need the ore. So I'm not too interested in finding those chests. Here's a skeleton too. Dangerous times here. Okay, we got interest in people. Including you. You guys see the new crossbow mechanics where it's going to, crossbows will have an enchant that pass through multiple mobs? That'll be interesting. That will be very interesting. Okay. Are we, do we have the ability to get lower here? 'Cause that's what we really need. Looks like it. Alright, is there anything... Nope, not really. I'll take the torches. There was an easier way to do that. I hear things tracking me. It's making me nervous. So much for answering questions right now. These are nervous times. Do I just need shears to get some of these cobwebs? Because I feel like I might as well get some while I'm here. Alright. Okay. Sebula, what's your favorite racetrack? That's... favorite questions are always difficult. That one's so finicky depending on what you mean. Like, what's your favorite racetrack to race at, or what's your favorite track to visit? But just like, what's your favorite racetrack is tough. I'm going to say that my favorite racetrack is Road Atlanta, because it's my favorite one to go to. It's a cool place to watch a race. It's also a cool racetrack to race, even though it's very difficult, and that is a Creeper Den. Oh, I thought he was going. There he is. Hi. I like that these two aren't paying any attention to us. Well, yet anyway. Now they are. They're working together! They're working together against me again. Ow. I thought you were dead. Hi. Remember these rooms that were supposed to be something and then they never became something? I remember. Hey, golden apple. I'll take it. And torches. I'll take them. So yeah, that one's what I'm going to say. What's my favorite track to race at in sim racing, though? If we're going to expand that question, that would be Watkins Glen. There's a reason I put that on the Conelanders calendar. It's just absolutely one of my favorites to race at. Really, really good track. Never, that I can remember, ever just had like a terrible time racing there. Good passing opportunities. It's pretty easy to learn in a new car, and it still offers challenges. So, oh, look at you, Mr. Full Armor, wearing your suit, bouncing all around. Got a zombie horde. Ooh, he scared me. I didn't realize he had started moving. This has really not been as profitable for emeralds as I thought it was gonna be. We're probably still too high. Is that the problem? We're down in the 20s now, which is okay. Where the emeralds at? Alright, now this here has gotta be fruitful. Or we at least got some diamonds. Finally, after all this caving. What car would you never own, even if it was given to you by Z-Car? Well, not that it was given to me by Z-Car. Your sub! I'm not buying your sub, even if you give it to me. No, that answer questions itself. Okay. That question answers itself because I've literally done it already. And that is the Chevrolet Cavalier. I was literally to be given a Chevrolet Cavalier, and I said, nah, keep it. So, yeah, that's pretty much that, isn't it? I would not even be given a Chevy Cavalier. Sorry, Kurt. Okay, can we make our way down any further today? I'd like to at least make it to 7 emeralds today. That'd be a better number. Make it seem like we have the ability to do this within the week. I'm sure we're gonna extend this off into, oh buddy. Yeah, I'm sure this will extend into Sunday stream as well, because we're not even gonna make it close during the week. Yeah, definitely the Cavalier on this one. Sorry, I have to scroll down my list. Bonka would like to know, on a regular day, how many pigeons do you think you could reasonably carry? Also hamsters. I'm pretty clumsy as a person. I feel like I couldn't... When you say carry, I would say that means that I'm doing it, like, without dropping any or without any getting away. And since I am a pretty clumsy person, I really don't feel like I could do more than, we'll say 4. Like, 1 in each hand and then, like, 1 in each armpit. That has to be the most amount of either one of those creatures that I could carry without dropping them. Because I am very, very clumsy. Which is, I mean, I feel like I have pretty good coordination, but at the same time, I'm just such a klutz that that I end up, you know, doing stupid things, and I would drop one or multiple of them along the way. Oh, Bonka, your questions. Who's your man, aka Jimps? What is the worst car you ever owned? I think you clarified this further as, like, the actual car, because I've owned multiples of cars. Like 7, you know, 240s. The worst one I ever owned is a little bit of a sad story. It was a 95 240 SX S14, only S14 I ever owned, and it was a bad car in that I just had terrible luck with it. Like, I bought it as a shell, and then the title was messed up, and the guy that sold it to me ended up being a jerk, and lied to me basically about the status of the title. I ended up having to pay off his debt on the car, essentially, because he had never paid his taxes on it, and that was not a good start to it. And it was just a shell of a car, and I ended up paying, you know, way more than necessary for it. And then all I wanted to do was restore the thing and make it a nice, reasonable daily driver. That was my goal for the car. The motor I bought for it ended up having a timing chain failure that I had to fix. Got it in the car, couldn't get it to run properly. Ended up being that a mud dauber nest had formed in the gas lines. Took months to figure that out. And in the time that it took to figure that out, it was making the engine run lean because it kept running out of fuel because of the lack of fuel pressure, because it kept clogging up fuel filters and whatnot. And in that process, the engine ended up, I think, it overheated a bunch, and I think it eventually popped a head gasket. Where did you take damage from? Do I have thorns on something? No. Then I didn't own it for terribly long because I just kind of wanted to get rid of it, and that was at the point where I decided to, you know, get something different, and I ended up with that MR2, which was a great car, actually. And then the next owner was a friend of mine that bought it, and I was pretty upfront with, you know, all the problems I'd have with it. He had it for about 2 weeks before it popped a head gasket again. So that was just a very unlucky car. He never actually even got the chance to drive it. It currently sits abandoned in somebody's yard somewhere around town. I've seen it around, and there it sits, probably to rot away. I don't know if he knows the story. The person that has it now knows the story about it, but it's not going anywhere fast, for sure. Mayan mountains, wooded mountains, yep. So that was the worst car. That was definitely the worst car. Not anything wrong with the car, like S14-246. It's a fine car. But that one was just very, very unlucky. Oh, man. And that's just the way things go. Speaking of very unlucky, we have really been unlucky with the emeralds in this cave. Maybe they're not in Wooded Mountains? Maybe I'm mistaken there? But, yeah, we've had a dry spell. How many did we end up with? 6. I really want 7. Good on diamonds. We got like 20 diamonds, but no emeralds. No! Frick. On that bombshell, as we found another cave that goes a distance, I'm gonna sign out for the day. I think I got through a good chunk of the questions. We got some remaining. Most of them are pretty goofy ones, but we'll get to some more on Friday. I'm also going to ask for some additional questions. Hey, there we go. There we go. Now we can end on 7, which should have been 8. Nice. All right. We'll end there today. Yeah, I'm going to ask for a different group of questions. I asked for rather lighthearted questions this time. For Friday, I'm going to ask people for the tough questions. All right, that'll do it. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.